Visit Pokemon Card Market and buy Pokemon cards from base set up to latest evolution set with best prices, secured system and easy handling. Only for European players.
How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, I'm gonna play with the Tapu Koko-GX from the latest Guardian Raising Sun and Moon 2 expansion. So, Tapu Koko-GX 170 HP Lighting Pokemon with the Aura Trail. When you play this Pokemon from your hand on your bench, during your turn, you might move any number of lightning energies from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon, and if you do that, you can switch this Pokemon with your active Pokemon. And then you can simply use your Sky High Close for like 130, or Tapu Thunder GX for 50 times the 50 for each energy attached to your opponent Pokemon's in play. So if you have 5 energies, you can go for 250. Good thing and very interesting thing about Tapu Koko-GX Aura Trail is the fact that you can also Ninja Boy in your Raikou and Thunder Lance your opponent from nowhere for like 50 plus 20 more for each lightning energy attached to your Raikou in play. That's just amazing. On the other side, you can have advantage with the Jolteon for the Flash Ray against the basic decks, and of course Ninja Boy down to the Tauros for the Rage or Mad Bull GX if we really need that. 10 Pokemon, 39 trainer cards, and 11 energies. In addition to my attackers, of course, I'm running 2 Shaymin and 1 Tapu Lele-GX for the setup and supporter job. Item cards, 1 copy of Escape Rope. Each player switch his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her banished Pokemon. Field Blower ×1, so we can simply discard our opponent tools or stadium from play. 4 Max Elixirs, which is very important piece of puzzle for the energy acceleration in this deck, same as the 4 Max Puzzle of Times, so we can use any 2 cards from our discard pile back into our hand if we have 2 pieces of puzzles at the same time. Max Potion is just a hidden and secret tech in this build. Simply, as long as we can just switch energies from our Tapu Kokos from one to the other, we can use the advantage of the Max Potion and heal all damage counters from those from that Tapu Koko who was damaged. 1 Super Rod, mainly because we sometimes might get in trouble without energy, so with the Super Rod we can recycle energies and the Tapu Kokos from our discard pile back to our deck. 3 copies of Trainer's Mails, 4 copies of Ultra Balls, same as the 4 copies of DV Seekers. Stadium Decision is the Aether Paradise Conservation Area. So, basic grass, basic lighting Pokemon take 30 damage less from your opponent's attacks. After applying weakness and resistance, which means that with Jolteon you can have -50 versus metals. With Raikou you can have -50 against any Pokemon as long as you have Stadium and energy attached to Raikou, which is just crazy. And yeah, pretty much -30 is very important, especially with the Fighting Fury belt, because Solgaleo GX, for example, can go for 230, which is enough for the knockout against Tapu Koko with the Fighting Fury belt. But if we have Stadium in play, he can attack for like 200 and we will still have 10 HP left. So that's how important and powerful Stadium is. And on the other side, you can then just use the Max Potion and heal all damage counters, which is just ridiculously good. 1 Parallel City, you know, just against Manga Rays, maybe against any other deck, like Darkrai, who can use the advantage of the energy cards, of course, and mainly because we can get rid of our Shaymin from the bench. 1 copy of Hexmaniac for the ability abuse, same as the 1 Lysander for the switching one of our opponent benched Pokemon with his active Pokemon. 3 copies of N for the job support, 1 Ninja Boy, so we can switch between our Pokemons in play. 1 Professor Kukui, extra 20 damage and 2 extra cards, which is pretty good in my opinion, because you can from nowhere add 20 more damage counters to your Raikou, so base damage with Fighting Fury Belt and 3 energies is 120, with Fighting Fury Belt that can, with Kukui that can be 140, so I kind of like that. Of course, 4 copies of Sycamore, mainly discard a hand, draw 7 new cards, 2 Fighting Fury Belts, and 11 basic energies in total. So yeah, that's my version of the Tapu Koko-GX deck for the standard format. If you're looking for any of these cards, make sure to check ccgcastle.com. With TCG Center 5 code, you can also get 5% discount on your first purchase. If you're looking to trade your bulk for the Guardian Raising Booster Box, it's available worldwide. You can do that. You can find all important information on the link in my video description, so make sure to check that. So let's do some game test where you can actually see this deck in action. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe to the channel for more good videos in the future. Also, let me know what you think about this deck in the comments below. So let's go to the game test. Alright, so welcome to the part number 2 of this video where I'm actually going to test this deck. Waiting a moment to see who's going to start first. Well, looks like I have opportunity to go first here, and why not to take it. Alright, really don't like the fact that I don't have another Ultra Ball or maybe Tapu Koko in my hand, so I can pretty much set up another Tapu Koko on the bench, use the effect of the Max Elixir and stuff like that. Maybe even just Ultra Ball for something like a Jolteon or a Raikou can help. Okay, so let's just be patient for a moment and let's just take a look what our opponent can do and what type of the deck he plays. So one extra card for me, it's a V Seeker, not usable, and Puzzle of Time. Alright, so looks like I can just end for a fresh hand of the 6 new cards. Mainly there's also gonna be one Raikou. Okay, let's just use the Ultra Ball for Ninja Boy and the N. Of course, one copy of Shaymin, so I can set up. We'll set up for 4 extra cards. Will there be maybe a Max Elixir? Yes, it will be. Let's just first see what we can find with the Trainer's Mail, Escape Rope or N. Not bad. We'll definitely use the advantage of my Escape Rope here. And then we'll try to play my Max Elixir and will be the Energy Attachment. Fighting Fury Belt and passing my turn for now. I don't need to attach my Fighting Fury Belt, but if my opponent has Field Blower in his hand, or if he has Field Blower in his hand, he can definitely use it at his turn 1, and then I can be 100% positive that he will not have another one till the end of the game. So far, so good. I have energy to manually attaching and powering up my Tapu Koko from my hand, and all I really need after that is just a single Tapu Koko-GX, so I can put it down to my bench, use my Arrow Trail, replace all energies from the Tapu Koko on my bench to the another one, switch my Raikou with that Tapu Koko and strike for like 140 my opponent's elements. And yeah, that's definitely powerful opening for me. But even worse for my opponent can definitely be if he can maybe hit 4 energies in play. Then I can simply one-hit knock out his elements with my Tapu Thunder GX, which can be even worse and a bigger nightmare for him. So there's one copy of Shaymin-EX. It's gonna be for setup. Only for 2 extra cards in this case. A third Max Elixir. Alright. Look at that. 3 Max Elixir, second Max Elixir and 3 energies already in play because he attached manually one from his hand. So far, if he can strike 1 more Max Elixir, I can go for the one-hit knockout, but that's not gonna happen. Ultra Ball is a top deck. So let's just discard Sycamore and energy for Tapu Lele. Yep, it ends up almost disaster for me with that Ultra Ball. But still, I can use my Tapu Lele-GX, and I'm gonna Sycamore for 7. That really didn't end up pretty well for me. I shouldn't discard my Sycamore, but it's okay. And even worse for me, there is no sign of my Tapu Koko-GX. But at least there is second piece of puzzle, so I can get myself something like Ultra Ball. Plus, I can also get something like Escape Rope. What 2 cards I should get? I definitely need Ultra Ball. And I'm also gonna grab 1 Max Elixir. Just for now. Maybe even not bad is to take something like a Ninja Boy. If he can attack for like 130, I can still possibly survive. So 1 Ultra Ball for another Tapu Koko-GX. Alright, let's just move all energies from my Tapu Koko, retreat of course, use the advantage of the Fighting Fury belt, play one Max Elixir. Unfortunately no energy card. And more than that, I'm just gonna go with my Sky High close for like 140. Yeah, I actually decided to take that Ninja Boy in case if he can somehow retreat and maybe deal crazy amount of the damage to my Tapu Koko, then I can simply Ninja Boy into my Tauros and maybe knock him out with the Rage. So I can still have my Tapu Thunder or Mad Bull GX untacked in play. There is one copy of Escape Rope. Alright, so since there's gonna be Escape Rope, and since there's gonna be probably 130, I'm just gonna sack my Raikou for the knockout, no doubt about it. But if there's gonna be another energy, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with my Tapu Thunder GX for the one-hit knockout of 200 damage counters. Unfortunately, I don't have Draft Supporter available at this moment in my hand, which is a little bit scary. Really, it is. Only thing I have is a Ninja Boy. So yeah, I can always maybe top deck something like a V Seeker and use it. Yeah, Volcanic hit for 130, no doubt about that. He didn't decide to attach energy, of course. He's not crazy to do that. My top deck will be... Oh, what a nice top deck. What a nice top deck that was. So, Sky High close for like 140. Yeah, even if he can get Ranger, even if he have access to the Ranger, and even if he can use 2 Steam Ups, that's like 190, which is not even enough for the knockout. Even with 3 Steam Ups, he can go for like 210, 220. 220 minus 30 will be still like 190, so not enough for the knockout against my Tapu Koko-GX. Plus he can't use the Volcanic hit this turn, so definitely not good position for my opponent. Still I have Ninja Boy available in my hand for that Mad Bull GX or for the Rage. There is one Fire Energy attached to the Volcanion on the bench, and that's gonna be, yeah, as expected, one Volcanic hit once again for the 100. Oh, Sycamore for 7. That was so nice top deck. And there's also one energy available. Yeah, if I have another, never mind. Let's just go with the yeah, Sky High Clouds for the knockout. That's all I can do. Nothing else I can do here. We'll take 2 prize cards, Tapu Koko and Ultra Ball. Right now with my third Tapu Koko in play, I can simply bench it down and I can use the advantage of my Max Elixir. When you play this Pokemon from your hand on your bench, during your turn, you might move any number of energies from one to another Tapu Koko, so he just decided to concede. But anyways, that would be GG, because I also had my Tapu Koko and Max Potion in my hand, so let's just move to the another game. Okay, so my opponent decided to go first here. I'm gonna start second. Will I open with my Raikou? Looks like I will do that. So, overall, my opening hand is not that bad. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Looks like I'm gonna play against Golduck. Theoretically, Golduck can strike for like 150 with the Choice Band, 170 with the help of the Professor Kukui. So with the Field Blower and these 2 cards in combination, or without Fighting Fury Belt on my Tapu Koko, he can go for like 1-hit knockout with that Golduck Beast. However, my opening hand is just okay. Alright, so 2 extra cards for me, 1 more Max Elixir, that's just crazy. Oh, there's also Lapras GX. Interesting. I mean, Lapras can help you to drop your resources. There's a Choice Band already attached and a Type Ball. I hope my opponent will not end me here. Mainly because I have 2 Max Elixirs. An opportunity to strike 2 energies to my Tapu Koko-GX. Alright, so it's my turn. Looks like I somehow managed to survive Trainer's Mail for 3rd Max Elixir. So I have a jackpot sitting in my hand. If I can hit only 2 of them, I'm gonna be more than happy. So let's see, how many Max Elixirs turn 1? Looks like so far I have 2 of them, 3 of them. That's just insane. That's just insane if you're gonna ask me. More than that, 1 Tapu Lele-GX for something like Professor Sycamore. So I can draw cards. So I can draw a fresh hand of 7 new cards. Before we goes with that, let's see when we can top deck. Ooh, Escape Rope is a top deck. Alright, Escape Rope will be the top deck, which means that I can also max out my opponent Psyduck. But for now, Ultra Ball. For these 2 cards. For another Tapu Koko-GX. Attaching my Tapu Koko. Moving all 3 energies. And I don't need to use my Escape Rope right now. I can still attach 1 energy manually from my hand. And attack on my turn 1 with my Sky High close for like 130. That's just insane. Plus I have Field Blower in my hand available. More than that, there's also 1 Escape Rope. Not looking forward to play that Escape Rope yet. Only looking to maybe Ultra Ball for something like a Shaymin for fresh hand. Okay, so definitely powerful start. Definitely one of the powerful starts that I had in the last months. In the last couple months, that's for sure. So there's 1 Lysander, which will be for my Tapu Koko-GX. And 1 Collect for 3. Okay, so the good thing is that I have my Escape Rope available, and the top deck is just a Lightning Energy. Playing my Escape Rope immediately. And I don't even want to place my Ultra Ball here, so that's just gonna be 1 more knockout against his Golduck, so for the 1 prize, which is gonna be another Max Elixir. And yeah, if he cannot somehow heal damage from the Lapras or set up another Pokemon on the bench, I think this is gonna be literally it. Well, there is 1 Sycamore for 7. So many good resources discarded, Alolan Sand Slash, Golduck Break. Yeah, there's another Psyduck available and 2nd energy attached to the Lapras, but he needs somehow find a way to retreat this Lapras because I can just knock him out, and I don't know why he decided to attach that energy to him. Field Blower, just to discard both tool cards here, and after that I'm just gonna play my Max Elixir, and overall that's gonna be 1 more energy, so 4 Max Elixir successfully striked here, and that's another knockup for 2 prize cards with my Tapu Koko-GX. There's a Tapu Koko and another Tapu Koko, and what else I need? Pretty much nothing else. The last man standing for my opponent is gonna be the Psyduck, of course. With the Diaball, he can grab himself Golduck. If he have 2 energies, Professor Kukui and Choice Band in his hand, he can strike me for like 170. But hey, he actually needs to have 3 energies in his hand for that double jet. But so far, I see 3 Choice Bands in his discard pile. I really don't see reason. Oh yeah, he can confuse me. Oh, I completely forget about Confusion Wave. I'm sorry for that, guys. But anyways, even if he can confuse me, I have 2 more Tapus in my hand. Nope, he decided to evolve into the Golduck. And there's a Choice Band. Okay, so 2 energies and Professor Kukui. All he really needs. Can he get something like that? That crazy combo for like 170? I think that's not gonna happen. That's probably not gonna happen. I like the simply concept of my opponent deck. It's a pretty unique. Alright, so 1 more Equipatch attached energy to his Psyduck on the bench, and overall retreat for that Confusion Wave. Oh, V-Seeker for something like Sycamore? Okay, okay. Still, I'm fine, simply because... Oh, there's also Manaphy. He already retreated, so he cannot retreat 1 more time. I personally think how Manaphy came a little bit too late in play, and also that Lapras. It is how it is. So Confusion Wave, he definitely tries his best. But yeah, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna use the advantage of my Tapu Koko-GX. We'll just move all energies from one to the other. And of course, we'll just rush in. And do I have Lysander available in my discard pile? Looks like I don't have. So let's just use another Sky attack for like 130. One prize for me. There's another Trainer's Mail. Alright, so Golduck promoted in the active spot. Can he finally get that combo with 2 energies and Professor Kukui for the knockout? Or maybe, yeah, there's a Golduck break. Alright. Theoretically, right now, he can have the opportunity to move all energies with that hyper transfer, maybe to his... Oh no, he just decided to go with a double jet for like 150. 150 is all he can do at this moment. So all I really need here is gonna be 1 Max Potion for sure. So 4 Tapu Koko for me. Moving on some energies from one to the other. We'll play my Max Potion. And after that, I'm just gonna use my V-Seeker for something like Professor Kukui. So I don't even need to have my tool attached, but I even managed to get tool here. So that's gonna be 1 Sky High close for like 160. And with 160 damage counters to my opponent Golduck break, I simply don't see how he can still recover from that. I mean, theoretically with Lapras and the 3 energies, you can try to use Ice Beam. But overall, I think this is not going to happen. So there is 1 energy attached to the Manaphy and 1 copy of N, so which means I'm going to go down to only 1 card, which is going to be Lighting Energy. Alright, so there is the Alolan Sandshrew. The Alolan Sandslash, once during a turn you might draw a card. Pretty good card in my opinion. So there's 1 Aqua Patch. That's it. That's the GG. So he can also attack for the free. Flip a coin if he has, you can prevent your opponent from doing any damage counters to your opponent's Sandshrew. So that was pretty much it, guys. As you can see, deck works pretty well. Managed to get 2 victories here. It's pretty consistent, and the most important thing is how you can just swap between one to the other Tapu Koko-GX without too many problems. Plus you can also attack with the Jolteon. You also have the advantage of your Tauros-GX, Mad Bull or Rage. So you have plenty of different options how to use and how to play this deck around. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. If you have any questions, as always, don't forget to leave comments below. So stay tuned till the next video. Have a nice day and we'll see you next time. So goodbye.